I don't think we have a set documented time as far as when males started dressing in drag as far as entertainment, but I would speculate when we look through the minstrelsy entertainment genre, when we look at blackface, there was a lot of what was referred to as cross-dressing in a sense of changing who you are for entertainment value. And there we saw where our black entertainers were forced to put on blackface, which include putting on burnt cork on their face to make their skin tone darker, or very feminized movements in order to make certain gesturing funny for the white audience.
The term emasculate is of Latin origin that means to deprive of strength or vigor.
I like to talk in terms of masculine and feminine because those are things that are created to control people's behavior, simply.
They were looking at a way to take away all sense of manhood from the black males in order to make them seem less intimidating. So we have situations where we degrade our black men, or we feminize them in a way to accept them and not feel as intimidated by them, to gain some kind of authoritative position over the black males. Our youth are being taught, if you don't want to be considered a threat, you have to be a comedian. And that's not fair to say. Why do we say, okay, you can't have a dramatic role? We say, okay, to our little black boys, okay, you need to be the class clown in order for this other ethnic group to accept you. For you not to be considered a threat, you've got to do the, what we call the step and fetch it routine of yes sir, no sir, thank you sir, nodding your head, smiling, overcompensate, because people are intimidated just by a darker skin tone.
We really do put too much stock in protecting people from visuals or protecting children from visuals, because, you know, at the end of the day, we need to be teaching and talking as opposed to thinking that that box right there is somehow gonna teach our children the wrong values.
Why is the African American community supporting this? Because you got to understand, the only reason these roles are being offered is because these roles make money. So then we look at, why are we okay with this? And in comparison to white actors who dress in drag, because there are white actors who do it, I think the only reason it's not such an issue is because white actors have a broader spectrum of entertainment to choose from. So we can see those movies where the white actors or comedians are in drag, but we have others to choose from. Unfortunately, in the African American community, that's all we have to pick from. So then our question is, okay, why are we supporting it with our dollars to make people think this is funny? If we are the #1 consumer, which I don't know, are we the #1 consumer? You know, that's a question to be asked. I think the introduction of drag into black entertainment, initially I don't think it was this overall movement to hurt the African American community, but I think over time, everything that we've seen as far as targeted to our black males has hurt the African American community.
Television has flooded images so much that it's perceived as being normal. Movies, commercials, photographs, and even music has had an effect on the image of the black man. It continues to happen, but where's the line drawn?
And so we need to become familiar with history, where these things come from, as opposed to accepting that they are in fact kind of natural for us.